Welcome back to G&STravels and a very happy new year to all of you. Last year we visited 10 countries, some of them you can see here. If you've missed out on any of our vlogs, please check out our playlists. Our last vlog was from our trip to Scotland last October. So far we've seen some amazing sights, enjoyed the autumn colours and parked up in some stunning locations. Last time we had just left Inverness. Join us this time as we rejoin the NC 500, making our way north. Good morning. We have just left our park up in Inverness after a lovely quiet night's sleep. Our plan for today is to travel north along part of the NC 500, taking in some of the coast road. First we need to cross the Keswick Bridge, so we can drive into the Black Isle, which most people think's an island, but it's actually a peninsula, surrounded on three sides with the Cromarty Firth to the north, the Bewley Firth to the south, and the Moray Firth to the east. The Black Isle is a haven for nature and wildlife, so let's enjoy the ride and see if we can spot any dolphins. And just when you think the driver's going so well, we ended up stuck behind this lorry for ages. Finally, the road was clear. So we popped down to Nig. This is Nig ferry station. You're waiting for the ferry. You have a long time to wait, Mr. D, because it's close to winter now. There's May, and behind there, and we just had our lunch there, facing the water. And behind that, it was, what did you say that was?
That is a pipe layer.
Behind that is the deep energy pipe layer. And the reason I'm standing in the bus shelter is because it's so flipping windy you wouldn't hear me if I was out there. So anyway, I'm just going to go outside and do some filming for you guys.
Okay, now we've driven from our lunch spot and we just come across this field and it is absolutely full of deer. All grazing, some have looked up at us.
So we've stopped at the Seaboard Centre, which is just there. May is there, and you can come here and have a shower and use all their facilities, and you just make a donation here. You just scan the QR code and you can make a donation. Suggested £5, £10, and yeah, and that is the view. What a nice place to take a shower, that's all I will say. And there's May up there. Right, just leaving the centre, feeling very nice and clean, and spotted these fish en route. What a lovely, gorgeous place. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
We are in Helmsdale Village, and this is our park up for the night. Look at that view. It's just off the NC 500, which we are doing a little bit. We're currently on the east side of Scotland still. And May is just there. It's a free park up, and you just pay a donation
To the RNLA.
Lifeboat Association. So we're just going to go and find that so we can pop some money in. But right behind me, there's a really old cottage there, and on the door it's got 1815. What a lovely place to be based. We're just going to walk up this way to the rest of the harbour. There's a little garden here to the RNLI. Not sure what the point of the caravan is, but look at the models there. Look at that.
Put money in there.
And that's where you pop the money in there.
And we've got some change.
And a positive for motorhomers, because I read on one of our apps, I think it was on Search for Sites, that motorhomes have been parking here for the past 4 years, and they've raised £23,000 to the RNLI. So that is a real positive for motorhomers, the fact that giving back to the community. So this is the River Helmsdale, and in the 18th century this was used for gold rush. There lots of people came here and started paddling in the river in the hope that they were going to get rich. Probably none left now then for us. Ice houses were around the 18th century filled with ice to keep the food cold, mainly fish. And I would imagine this one stored a lot of fish, being a harbour and a small fishing town. And this one was built in 1824, Helmsdale Ice House. And there is the bridge just there. That sits just above us, where May is, under that bridge. And we're now going to climb this hill to the Great War Memorial. And the bells have just rung. How lovely is that? So we're just walking across this field. It will take us to the Emigrants Monument we passed on the way in. It's not windy up here at all.
No.
So the emigrant statue was built to pay tribute to the Scottish emigrants that went off in search of the new world.
Yeah.
Mostly America.
America and Canada. We're standing in front of this statue, which is dedicated to the immigrants who left these shores to look for a new world and a new life which they found in America and Canada. And this statue was unveiled in 2004 by the then First Minister of Scotland, Sir Alex Salmond.
And ironically, it's his funeral today.
It is.
So, lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it looks out to sea. So there was a big herring trade going on here, and then when the outer harbour was built, it declined. We've just been to the chippy. Mr. D's got fish and chips.
Yeah.
It's not even flipping Friday and he's got fish and chips. And
They just said fish and chips.
I'm walking down the middle of the high street, but just listen to this again. Nothing. It's so flipping quiet around here. And everyone's got their Halloween in the window.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
We're walking under the bridge. Oh, look, there's May. All by her lonesome.
You should.
Here we go. Good morning, people, from this very sleepy Helmsdale village. I'm just looking at the beautiful river, so still this morning. Now that's a great idea, a seat made out of stone with a couple of slabs on. Sometimes you have to use your initiative, and this village certainly has. And there's the bridge we were last night. And this is where the River Helmsdale joins the North Sea, out there. Right, time to move on. And that's exactly what we did. And just up the road, there's a viewpoint where you can just make out our overnight stay. On that note, I'm going to leave this week's vlog here. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.